Hey guys, welcome back to my series, How to Choose Your First Car. In today's episode, we'll be looking at petrol cars versus diesel cars and what are the criteria you should know before you choose either one. Before we get started, I hope you've already checked out the first two episodes on this series, which I've linked over here. If not, I recommend you check them out to make better buying decisions on your first car. With that said, let's get into the topic of today's video. If you were planning to buy a car maybe 5 to 6 years ago and you were deciding between a petrol or a diesel car, I'm sure that 80% of you would have gone for a diesel car. And why won't you? Diesel fuel was way cheaper than petrol. Diesel cars offered way more mileage than their petrol counterparts. And in most cases, the diesel cars were more powerful and offered better driving experience than their petrol siblings. At that time, the price difference variant to variant between the petrol version and the diesel version was around 1 lakh. This meant that a majority of the buyers bought a diesel powered car even if they didn't have the usage for it. Fast forward to 2020. The difference in price between petrol and diesel is only around 7 rupees now. Also, with the power of turbocharging, many small petrols are able to offer excellent mileage and great performance, which can beat that of its diesel counterparts. Finally, thanks to BS6 emission norms, the price difference between petrol and diesel cars, variant to variant, has gone up even further. This large price difference means you really need to have a use for the diesel car to justify the premium that you're paying. Let's take a look at 3 major scenarios where a diesel car makes sense. Number 1. If you have a monthly running of over 2500 or 3000 kilometers, then a diesel car makes sense. Number 2. If you require a car for transporting the family members over 7 to 8 people, wherein you require a big car like an Innova or a Fortuner, then the diesel versions make sense because the petrol versions lack the torque required. That brings me to point number 3. Diesel cars offer more torque than their petrol siblings. This torque is fun and addictive and will appeal to most enthusiasts also. Maintenance wise also, diesel cars are more expensive to service and maintain. Engine oil is almost twice as expensive for diesel cars. Driveline components like the suspension, tires and brakes tend to wear out faster due to diesel cars having a higher weight than their petrol siblings. And even diesel injectors are more sensitive to the quality of fuel. Diesels are also more noisy and have higher NVH levels when compared to petrol cars. To summarize, you really need to have the usage for the diesel car to justify the premium you pay, or you can just be like me, buy a diesel car for fun, tune it and enjoy the torque it has to offer. I hope you guys found this video interesting and informative on the differences between petrol and diesel cars and who should buy a diesel car. You can check out the other videos on my channel over here. Please subscribe to JRS Cars and thank you for watching.